Good morning, and welcome to another season and episode of 101. I'm Dr. Lewis Brooks, Superintendent of Shelby County, and it is my honor and pleasure today to have four of our amazing students in the studio who just happen to be valedictorians for various schools. So I will introduce them, and we will jump into some questions, okay? So to my immediate left, I have Grayson from Oak Mountain. How are you, Grayson?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Doing really well. I have Jenny from Shelby County High School.
Hello.
Hi. I have Sarah from Chelsea High School.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we round out the morning with Lily from Calera High School.
Hello.
Hey, Lily. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. You guys ready to jump into some questions?
Yes,
I
sir.
guess so.
Good. All right. So we're going to just start with one question I think is really important with regard to being a valedictorian. What do you guys, and we'll start with you, Lily.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are first.
All right.
What do you think becomes the daily routine and habits for someone who becomes a valedictorian?
I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I have been very into school since I was little.
Okay.
I've been I'm going to do all my work, and I'm going to be the very first one to turn everything in because that's just how it was. And I guess that is just carried for me throughout. And I've built up habits of just actually doing my work on time and turning it in when it needs to be done. And just really trying to build habits of getting everything done when it needs to be done.
Yeah, I get that. That's pretty cool. Sarah?
I would say the same thing. I mean, I have two brothers, and they've always been the same way, too. I mean,
Okay.
They were top of their class. My brother, who graduated in class 24, was also valedictorian.
Oh,
and
nice.
when he graduated, I told him I was going to follow him. So I feel like it's always been important to me to just, like, be up there with my brothers. It's always been kind of like a race between us.
Competition, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it's been
Okay.
important to me since I was little, too.
Good.
I definitely agree with Lily. I think I've just always you have to like learning.
Sure.
Even if you don't like the subject necessarily, it's not your favorite.
Right.
I think I've just kind of made myself like enjoy the fact that I understand it and enjoy the process of learning. And then it's also kind of been like a satisfaction thing of as far as like I want to do this and I want to do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And I kind of like just take pride in that. And it's just, I think it's also kind of like I like to win. So it's like, I want to, be the best.
I didn't want to say that, but
So everyone
I agree
kind of has
fully.
that element of competition, huh?
Yeah, but I think it's also important. Like you can't measure your worth in that kind of stuff, but it's good to have some competition, and I think it's good to have that mindset as long as you can't let it determine your worth.
Sure. Great point. Grayson?
Yeah, for me, I think it's all about hard work. My dad taught me it's not about like the grades you get necessarily, but are you trying? And so every day I just kind of get up and give it all my all, give it 100%. And it's led me here, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and you all have reached a milestone. So in just a few months, you all will be standing on stage and giving your speeches. How do you feel about that?
I don't even have one idea of what I'm saying. Not even one.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it yet.
Well, listen, you got a couple of months. It'll come together.
Yeah.
What do you think, Grayson? Have you given it much thought?
I'm really excited. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a good bit.
Okay.
I got some jokes coming up.
Good.
Yeah.
See, that's what I need to do. Get some jokes.
Sarah?
I haven't thought about it much either.
Yeah.
I'm not really a public speaker, but I think I'll pull it together.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do yet. So.
Well, competition. Your brother, you maybe go back and look at your brother's
I'm
speech.
gonna go watch his speech.
Yeah.
and
It's
I'll
not
think
a
of
bad
something.
idea.
There you go. Okay, Jenny, what do you think?
I won't lie, I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
But English is my favorite subject, so
Sure.
I do love it. But public speaking is going to be a little bit scary, but it's also just kind of an honor to get to address like my entire class one last time.
Right.
And I think that's really special. And so I'm really just kind of like, I'm nervous, but I'm also like, wow, this is super cool that I get to do this.
Sure.
So
Sure.
been thinking about a lot of quotes.
Yeah. Good deal. All right. So while you've got the mic, okay, tell us about, or tell me about, like a setback, maybe something in high school that, you know, was challenging, but you found a way to push through and overcome. Can you think of something?
I think just learning how to juggle the workload. I also ran cross country all 4 years. And then, so I had practice every day, and then we're all involved in extra clubs like SGA. So it would get busy. I have 4 core classes, and then I have a sport, and then I have clubs. And so there are definitely moments when I was like, I'm so like just done. I'm tired, late nights, and then 5 a.m. workouts. And so I think I just kind of, what kept me grounded was just kind of like, I have to enjoy the process of what I'm doing, and I have to really love why I'm doing it. And so it's kind of like, I love the quote, it's all about the journey. Like as cliche as that might be, I think you have to fall in love with the process and the pursuit of becoming what you want to become, because ultimately that's where you're going to spend most of your time. The destination is one moment, it's a milestone, but then you're on to the next part. And so it's just really important to love what you're doing, because that's always where you're going to be.
Yeah, no question. Grayson?
Yeah, I think a major setback, I think it was like 9th grade, and I was helping out with our homecoming float, which is always a doozy. But yeah, my brother, he's in Auburn, and he had like a allergic reaction to something, and it was, I don't know, I think it was just almost like a wake call. Like I was always working very hard, right? But I think that was a setback where I just need to make sure I appreciated the people around me, that kind of idea. And he's great. He's back from college right now. So I think that was just a good thing to kind of develop, right? Where it's not just about academics, not just about putting my head down, but also looking up and looking around,
Yeah, for sure. Sarah?
I would say the same thing that Jenny said. I do gymnastics. I've done competitive gymnastics since I was 5. And so it's been different trying to figure out like when to do what and what I should give up. Sometimes it's just like I have to do my homework. I have to go to practice. Like I'm committed to this team.
Right.
And especially last year, I took AP Physics. I didn't like it. I didn't.
But you know what's interesting? I'm even glad that you are willing to say that, So.
And like, it wasn't my favorite class. I mean, my brother warned me before I took it. He was like, this is going to be hard, and I don't think you're going to like it. And I took it anyway because I wanted to show him. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it was a good struggle. Like, I feel like I learned a lot out of it. I learned like when to ask for help, because I normally don't like to do that. Yeah. And just like asking questions and understanding that learning is also a process that I have to go through. And like, I'm not going to understand stuff the first try, but I still have to work at it.
Sure.
So
Sure.
that was a struggle.
All right, Lily, wind us up here.
Mine is probably mostly with extracurriculars. I'm in band, and I've been in band since 6th grade. I've been drum major since I was a sophomore. I've done theater every year. Last year I took 6 AP classes, which was the most out of the whole school. Like, I decide to overwork myself, and so I have to deal with it's like the consequences of my own actions, because I choose to do all these things.
Sure.
But then I have to learn how to balance it or figure out that I can't do all of them. I mean, it's worked pretty well so far, but also I think once we get into college, it'll be really good, because we can pick our classes, but we only have the very small amount.
Sure.
So it's like, I like to learn and I like to be in school, but it's like, I probably don't like this class and probably don't want to be in here. Yeah. AP Chem. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
AP Chem.
Yeah.
But it's hard to balance everything, but loading myself with so much as early as I could, I think has let me every year be better at balancing everything, because I've gotten used to how it works with everything, school and the extracurriculars and a job, because I have one of those.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I mean, it's something you learn. It's a
Yeah.
learned behavior, definitely.
You guys do a lot. Sometimes I don't think people really understand how much you all are doing. Not, just you're doing school, you're doing extracurricular activities, working, all these things, and you have to find the balance in all of that. So I'm certainly applaud each of you for being able to find that balance and a sense of what you enjoy. I love hearing you talk about, your families and your extracurricular activities and, in many respects, the perspective, finding the right perspective. So couple more questions. All right. If you had to talk about and these are lighthearted, if you had to talk about your go-to snack and your go-to music when you're right in the midst of studying, what is that? It's on
Oh,
you, Lily. You
man.
got it.
Okay. Let me think. I have POTS, which is that I need lots of salt, which I probably don't get enough of. So I'm trying to think of something that makes me sound like I take care of myself. I don't know. Takis are my favorite
Yeah.
ever since I was really little. And I love a Dr. Pepper.
Nice. You got the socks going.
Music. I am a music freak. I mean, it's one of my favorite things in the whole world. So I listen to a lot of things. It's usually just like, it'll be one thing and it's this genre, and then it'll flip on its backside and it'll be something else. So I'm very all over the place with music.
I'm the same way. Same way. All right, Sarah.
Snack,
Yeah.
I would say the Welch's fruit gummies. My go-to,
yeah.
always.
Those are real
I
good.
love those.
Little blue bag.
I feel like if I'm not drinking water, I feel like it's not I'm not drinking anything. And then for music, I'm a really big Leve fan or Bruno Mars. I always do soft jazz or something when I'm studying.
Love that.
That one. When I'm studying, when I'm not, I'm a really big musical theater fan.
Okay.
Huge musical theater fan. So it's all over the place for me too. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm a yogurt girl. I love a good yogurt bowl with granola and fruit.
All of these are such good answers.
So, and then music, I'm also pretty spread out. I'm an old soul. I love old music, 50s, 60s, and then 90s country. I love it all. But if there's probably one album that I listen to, I love Juice Newton. I don't know. She's an older artist, so a lot of people don't know about her. My friends, I'm they have no idea what I'm talking about. But I love her stuff.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
All right. If I'm studying, I say the snack for after. It's like an incentive.
An award. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, Welch's fruit gummies are a go-to. And then this is so for studying music, I do Mario Kart music. Mario
You're so
Kart
right.
instrumental. It's so good because it's going so fast you just can't think about anything but studying.
Sure.
But yeah, regular music, I don't know. I'm an 80s fan. I'm old, so I just dabble in anything like that. Yeah.
Music theory
Okay,
will
so
get you good.
What I'm gleaning from all this are not only are you guys valedictorians, but y'all are the cool kids. You guys are the cool kids.
I don't
so
think everybody else would say that, but
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I'm saying it for sure. So lately I've been into Ella Dean. I'm sorry.
Olivia Dean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's really good. So
Yeah.
she's super talented. So all right, so this is my last question. And we're gonna start with you, Grayson, okay?
All right.
Yes.
If you had to go back and give your 7th grade self some advice, what would that be?
If I had to give my 7th grade self some advice, I would say get my head out of the books. Like I know it's kind of a, almost an ironic thing because I'm here, but I've talked about it a little bit, just, appreciating those around me and also just doing some stuff, having more fun, doing more extracurriculars, like trying those things. I don't think I've missed out on a ton of stuff, but I also think there should be some cool opportunities that that's my advice I'd give. Yeah.
Sure. Jenny?
I'm definitely my own worst critic, so I would tell myself, like, give yourself more grace. You're gonna get the work done anyways because that's just who you are. But I think also just live in the moment more, because I think, well, part of the reason why I've been able to push myself is because I always have these like goals and all these things that I want to do, which is great. But if you get so caught up in where you're going, you're gonna miss out on right now. And so I just think I would tell myself to take a breather, soak it all in while you have it, because it's going to go by fast.
Yeah.
I think the older I get, the more I'm aware of how fast time goes by.
Right.
And I'm kind of like, I turned 18 recently. I was kind of sad. I was like, 17's gone. Like, never going to be 17 again. And so I think just really just take it all in while it's there.
Yeah. Great advice.
Yeah, I would probably say around the same thing, more along the lines of like enjoy the process. I feel like I would always hate on what I'm doing in the moment and be like, this is the hardest thing ever, and I just don't like being here, and it's just the same thing over and over again. But like once it's over, I like look back on it and I was like, I learned a lot from that.
Right.
And it built me, and so I feel like I need to just sit down. I would tell myself to just sit down and like think about the joy that it actually brings me instead of like what I don't like about it.
Sure.
I heard something recently from one of our female figure skaters who just won gold, and she's great. I look up to her a lot, and she said that she had been asked a very, very similar question, and she said she wouldn't tell her anything because she'll figure it out.
Oh.
And I definitely think that for myself as well. Like I wouldn't go back and say anything to little Lily. Just do what you need, do what you think is right. Like you'll figure it out.
Sure.
Like again, the journey, like do what you think is right, because you never know what's going to happen, and I can't tell you because that just ruins everything. So
Yeah.
just do what you think is right, and everything will work out how it's supposed to.
That's really cool. Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I love your candor. I love the sincerity in your responses. I'm so thrilled for you all to be the top academic student in your schools. That's been a very challenging and difficult journey to get there, but you are at the top of the mountain, and in a couple of months we'll watch you all walk across the stage, and based on just your responses, I know that there's something great ahead for each of you, and I'm so thankful for having the opportunity to get to speak to you. So thank y'all for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of 101. We're always so thrilled to highlight our amazing students, and I want you to know whether that student is at Oak Mountain, Shelby County, Chelsea High School, Calera High School, any of our schools across the district. There are great kids, and those great kids come to us because we have great people in our county. So thank you to your parents for how they've raised you, but more importantly, thank you to you for what you've done to magnify yourself to a high academic level. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you again on 101. Take care.